Good morning, gang. It's time for 5 Minutes of Truth 316. So, are you good at things? Sure you are. What are they? What are your talents? What are you good at? It's very interesting when you think in terms of talents and you look at people who are, ridiculously talented. The people who I always say, cut in line and got back in line after they were given their talents so that they could be given many. Whether it's you're talented musically, or you're a good speaker, or you're great at math, or whatever it is that you're talented at. Have you ever really looked at your talents? The academic question always is, okay, so who gave me my talent? If you're watching this video, I'm pretty sure you probably know the answer to that. God has given us our strengths and abilities, our talents. He's allowed our weaknesses, all of those things. But why? What's the purpose? What's the purpose? What are your talents for? Are they for your own self-aggrandizement? Or are they for a higher purpose? We're in the book of Revelation today, chapter 4, picking up in verse 10. Book of Revelation, chapter 4, picking up in verse 10. This scene takes place before the very throne of God. And in verse 10 it says, the 24 elders fell down. The 24 elders fall down and worship the one sitting on the throne, the one who lives forever and ever. And they lay their crowns before the throne and say, "You are worthy, O Lord our God, to receive glory and honor and power. For you created all things, and they exist because you created what you pleased." So let's take a peek at it. New Living Translation. They fall down and worship the one sitting on the throne, the one who lives forever and ever, and they lay their crowns before the throne. They lay their crowns before the throne. Or, in the New King James Version, it says they cast their crowns before the throne. They toss them before the throne. That's the visual. You're laying it out. So, what are these crowns that we're talking about? What are crowns? What's a crown? Well, a crown's a jeweled thing that sits on your head. How did you earn a crown? How did you get a crown? Because you're the king? Oftentimes, kings are crowned. Prom queen, she's crowned. She wears a tiara, right? Because you've been elevated. I would suggest to you, friend, that the crowns mentioned here are all things, are our talents. Our talents are our crowns. These are the things that we excel at. These are the things that we're best at. These are our talents. These are our crowns. And the 24 elders in the passage are laying them before the Lord. They're saying, hey, these are yours. We have them because you gave them to us. Well, now, that's a pretty powerful statement, right? I'm good at what I'm good at because God made me good at it. That's what we're saying. That's the simple statement here, is that I'm good at what I'm good at because God made me good at it. And that's laid out in the second part of this in verse 11. It says, "You are worthy, O Lord our God, to receive glory and honor and power, for you created all things." God created you, and he created me, and he created our talents. He allowed for our weaknesses. He created it all. So therefore, everything we have, everything we are, is to be laid at the feet of the Lord. Everything we have and everything we are is to be laid at the feet of the Lord for His glory. My pastor always says, do it all unto the glory of the glory of the Lord. Do everything as unto the Lord. So if you have a talent, and I'm sure you do, utilize that talent as unto the Lord. If you are very persuasive, for example, and you're a great talker, use it to exhort the body. Use it for the glory of God. Don't use it for your own self-aggrandizement. That'll come on its own. The Lord will grant you giftings based on your giftings and how you use them. In His way, in His will, in His power. Cast your giftings before the Lord today. Use your gifts as unto the Lord. And you'll be amazed and blown away at what blessings will follow that act of obedience. Cast your crowns before the Lord today, gang. Make it count and be blessed.